Jimmy Buckets dropped 56 on the Bucks Antlers. I think 22 of their first 28 in the first quarter. Set a Heat playoff record and gave him a 3-1 lead in the series. So I got to ask both y'all. Gil, I'll start with you, Brandon. I'll give you some time to collect your thoughts and emotions. Gil, did we just
this man over here talking to himself?
Did we just see the best single game playoff performance by anyone in a Heat jersey?
Anyone in a Heat jersey? I mean, for individual, you have to say yes. Just going off of, Dwayne Wade's that first year Dwayne Wade was in the playoff. It wasn't 56, but what he did against Baron Davis and them to carry them was a great ass performance. I mean, when you're talking about the age and the pressure that was on him, that was great. But just a playoff game, this has to be number one.
How you feel, Brandon? Do you care? You can tell the truth.
Nah, I mean,
because I'm hurt too. I pandering for the Bucks. I was looking for it.
Listen, I'm just disappointed. I didn't think the Bucks would come out like this. But it's not over. I mean, the series not over. They are up 3-1. The Bucks do get a chance to go home. But I mean, just disappointed, man. We got to make some adjustments. We got to make a little adjustments. You got to find somebody that can contain Jimmy Butler, his energy, because he just feels like he's the best player in the series right now, and that's for sure. And he's playing like it. But we got to go home, take care of Game 5, and then just see what happens after that.
So you hit it already, but what adjustments do they need to make to stop him in Game 5?
I mean, well, Bud has to make the adjustments. I mean, defensively, I think the zone really messes guys up in the NBA. And I think the Bucks can probably use that with their length and them not having Tyler right now.
Yeah, that hurts because it makes it without Hero, it hurts Giannis. Because if you looked at previous years, the team that really had Bucks numbers was Miami.
Okay.
Like they did have Bucks. They every year they've given Bucks problems. It's they just know how to wall up Giannis. So without those shooters, it kind of like throws a wrench into Giannis's program of how he plays the game. And when you're talking about the playoffs, sometimes you're gonna, as a superstar, you're gonna have to sacrifice a series in what you do to keep, like, if Giannis wants to be dominant, he has to understand, if they're focusing on me, I have to make sure these guys get shots, make shots, and then once they start, playing defense on their own guys again, then I can attack. So it has to be more of a Giannis thing on offense. If he thinks he's going to go in there and score 40, 50, even if he does, he doesn't cut off all of his other players. Like, it's just one of those things that every series you can't play the same.
I mean, guys got to make shots, though.
Yeah.
I mean, he's getting guys shots. It's just they ain't making them.
They ain't making them.
They ain't making them either. So, I mean, the supporting cast got to get better too. Chris Middleton, Drew, they got to, step it up. They got to take on that challenge. It's basically you just got to stop one guy, and it's Jimmy. Let's being honest.
That's the funny part. That's the funny part with Jimmy Butler in the playoffs. It's we said it before the series started. Jimmy's going to turn into something that it's because you didn't see it in the season, right? You played Jimmy. Jimmy's 15, 20, 21, and in the playoffs he just really turns into a whole different player that they're not actually used to. They haven't, everyone knows Jimmy's going to turn into a different player, but they can't measure it because the player, is not going to be in that stat book. What he's going to do is not in the stat book, right? It's like he just brings in a whole nother Jimmy to the playoffs that no one has been studying, that you just have to go back to his playoffs. You got to pull Jimmy's playoff record and use that as Jimmy's stats. You can't use Jimmy's season as what Jimmy does.
Yeah.
And, he just tortures everyone during the playoffs. It's just.
And he has a lot to prove, too. Last year, missing a shot, coming down, missing that three.
Missing that three.
Feel like he should have probably took it. So he's on a mission. I mean, he feels like he has a lot to prove. Like, that's what I love about him, though.
Yeah.
Like, if something goes, all right, didn't do this year, he's going to come back and try to, do it better next year. So
And even if they go out there and start paying attention to him, he's the type that'll have 15, 20 assists the next game and beat you that way. So it's
Or like 15 rebounds,
Yeah.
5 steals. It's just,
yeah, he's gonna do whatever it takes to win a game.
yeah.
Well, that's real, fellas.
Ages 0. Change the game. Put that respect on his name. Look, with the honor call for greatness, the chosen of few that carry the gift of genius, who do what they do, who possess finesse, the blessed with desire, it's true. I'm a